Honestly, I smoked a joint. My name is Kat Howell. I run an agency out of Auckland, New Zealand.
I'm looking for someone, a freelancer that is just getting started out, to come and work with me one-on-one for 8 weeks in New Zealand.
I just got this idea and it kind of just stuck with me, and I have the personality type where I'm a driver, I'm an implementer, and a visionary. So when I get an idea and it stews inside of me, I have to get it out. Like, I have to give birth to it. I have to make it happen. So this is very much what happened here. I didn't think about what this would mean for me and the implications of inviting people over to New Zealand.
The lucky people that are going to be coming to New Zealand and working individually with me. Drum roll, guys. That is, we've got Amanda Perry. Amanda Perry is our first winner.
And so the adventure begins.
I'm going to New Zealand.
I'm about 24 hours out of actually being in New Zealand.
Get to be part of this amazing group of people that I'm meeting tonight.
Kat, I will see you soon.
I didn't stalk anyone. I didn't look into their past. I didn't really have time, to be honest. I realized about a week before they arrived that I started to dread this whole process. Like, I realized, oh my God, this is gonna be a big commitment on my part. I haven't really thought this through that much. I met with the camera crew a week before and had no brief for them. I was like, just shoot whatever and we'll just go with it.
I had worked with Kat's sister before for a couple of her clients, and actually one of them with 8 Loop Social. I went in for a meeting, and within about the first 15 minutes, I realized Kat is her sister turned up to 11. I was going to have to relook at my schedule because what I had been told was going to be a few days of work was very much going to be a few weeks or even months. So in that initial meeting, Kat's opening line was, I want to make this documentary. I've got this thing going on, and I want to make a documentary or a TV show or a web series or maybe just some commercials out of it. I don't know. Let's just film everything and see what happens.
It is an experiment in many ways, and we don't know where this is going to take us. What if these people are just random, weird individuals that I can't work with? Of course, if people come and work with me directly for 8 weeks and they can't get results, how is that going to reflect on me?
Just know,
all I figured is I'd do this and this.
All right.
Can you just turn the music off, please?
Should I be looking at you too?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
What did you have for breakfast this morning?
This morning, I usually don't eat breakfast, so.
Oats. I like to mix it up with a bit of honey and blueberries as well, yeah.
Amanda, what is your name? Where are you from? Where are you here?
Amanda, what is your name? My name is Amanda Perry.
Cole Lajeunesse.
Shao Brown.
Derek Stroh.
Jake.
Lewis Lindsay.
Gada Vanderpool, and I live in Auckland, New Zealand. I'm originally from Canada.
Texas.
The UK.
Canada.
Vancouver.
Sheffield. I originally from China.
Specialise in Facebook advertising, which is how I know about Kat and how I came into Kat's world.
And we do Facebook ads for fitness education businesses.
I have a digital marketing agency that helps e-commerce sellers scale.
So I've been a freelancer. I've owned my own business, starting from scratch with everything.
And I run a Facebook and Instagram ads agency.
I guess I'm like an entrepreneur, digital marketer. We help a lot of e-commerce companies scale their store.
From $10,000 to $20,000 a month, all the way up to
6-figure and beyond.
using Facebook ads.
The premise of this next 8 weeks is to basically what happens when you equip 7 individuals, freelancers and agency owners with the support and the resources to help them get that momentum that is so hard for so many freelancers to gain. And I want to give that to these 7 people that are coming here to work with me. I want to basically give them all the support, all the tools, all the resources, and essentially shepherd their mindset through that process to help them succeed and to go to levels that they never thought was possible for them. When I met you guys Sunday night, I was so relieved. And then when I heard your stories on Monday, I was like, okay, I can definitely work with this. Like, this is definitely material that can make work. I was really nervous beforehand because I was like, I didn't screen these people. I realized what I've just done by like, pretty much like I'm claiming to be able to do this, right? And so if I can't do this when people come in, what the like I'm gonna have an existential crisis, you know? Wow, we just lucked out. The people here are phenomenal. They're committed entrepreneurs. They're hungry, and I can work with that. If someone brings that to the table, I can work with that. If they have perseverance, we can make pretty much anything happen.
What is going on, everyone? Derek coming at you with Horizons Media Marketing, and today I'm actually coming at you from Auckland in the 8 Loop Social office.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Facebook.
I've kind of always been a little bit entrepreneurial from a very young age. I actually hired my brother on to go knock on doors and essentially get them to watch me jump over him on my bike. I'd get him to basically go door to door to our neighbors, to people walking down the street, and then I'd pay him, a couple bucks after I jumped over him, and people paid us money to watch that. Other than that, I kind of got into sales and things like that at a young age and realized I was kind of had that entrepreneurial spirit, and I wanted to do something entrepreneurial in my life.
It was actually quite difficult for me to just be here, not watching my daughter for a long time, because for as long as I remember, I'm always watching my daughter, so it's kind of hard for me to separate from her. The truth is I had the best sleep ever since I got here, because back home, like every night, my daughter would just crawl into our bed.
It's not like it was a shock for people when I said I was doing this, but how do you do it with 3 kids and figure out my mission and value and sort of this is it? But at the same time, thought, well, if you can access all of this for free and it's really about your commitment, what's not to like about the opportunity, right?
I played football for AFC Bournemouth from under 9s all the way up until second year pro. I was injured for 23 months, I had patellar tendinopathy in both my knees, and then when I came back I was immobile, so I ended up getting let go. As you can imagine, it was pretty hard to take, but it was a blessing in disguise looking back on it. What's led me up into this position now.
If there's ever a more beautiful beach, I have not been on it. Look at this. Been in business for around 15 years. Started off with a brick and mortar business selling cupcakes, and we quickly grew the business into turning over £1 million, and it was doing really well until the point that it stopped doing well and I ended up bankrupt. I mean, things are like back to normal, but we've had a few years of real hardship. I've finally found something that I'm like good at and is kind of gonna build a future for us.
But I think a lot of times what I like to do is just meet people, interact with people, create connections with people. I guess I've always struggled to kind of say like, who is Jake? Because Jake is always changing in a sense, and then Jake is just made up of my stories and beliefs. So people always ask me, who is Jake? And I say, I don't know, it depends how you perceive me, right? So I find even through traveling these last couple of months, every city I've gone to, people have perceived me as somebody different.
When I got out of high school 4 or 5 years ago, I didn't go to study. I never had the desire to go to college. I just knew that I wanted freedom. That's all I really knew. So I played around with a couple different businesses, and long story short, I ended up opening a gym with my father and brother. And then I got a personal training certification, and from there I trained for about 2 years. And then I went to a cycling festival in Thailand that I was eyeballing for a few years. I really came across a lot of people that call themselves digital nomads, and I kind of got sucked into that realm. Left the business I was currently in at that time, and just kind of found a passion in seeing different cultures and exploring more of the world. And I met my now girlfriend, who works for Kat. And so we travel together, we full-time travel together around the United States, around Europe and Asia. So, and now, whatever this Auckland is called.
I'm gonna be providing you guys with like all the resources that you will ever need and the support to make this happen. I can't fix this for you. Everything that I'm doing over the next 8 weeks is like intentionalizing each one of your successes. Like I'm literally meditating on each one of you guys. And I'm a very powerful manifester, by the way. Yeah, I basically manifested all hot young men. Pretty much. I want to make sure that you guys understand that all of us here are gunning for your own success, and that you have all these resources available. What happens when you show people, it's not rocket science. It's just a science. You do this, and then you'll get this outcome.
I realized very quickly when I got here that my entire business is set up in a way that it is me. Even if I'm outsourcing work, it does not flow without me.
So that's really what I want to get out of it, to find my tiny little niche in the internet and be able to charge the right money.
Being here and kind of realizing where I should be going, really focusing on actually serving that smaller marketplace and just charging premium prices.
I think for this to be a true success, my goal is to scale my agency up to 70K a month.
80K a month. With the knowledge and resources, I hope to scale even more afterwards.
I think the 3 people that are going to experience explosive success are
Everyone just needs a good dick in life, yeah. It's a great quote there. Should trademark that. Yeah. Merch store, woo, yeah.